Hello and good morning students. Welcome to the second revision lecture in the series of e-learning program. In the last lecture we initiated the revision lectures, and in lecture number 1 we started the understanding of the topic articles and determiners. To continue that, today we are going to learn about the remaining part of articles, in which we are going to learn the concept or the topic about omission of articles, and in addition to that a small part about repetition of articles, followed by some important exercises that we put our hands on to practice. This is going to be all in our second revision lecture about articles. So without further ado, let us get started. As you can see on the board, I have written the topic omission of articles a and the. Altogether there are around 12 to 13 places or rules where we omit articles, of which on the board there are first 5 rules which we are going to discuss, understand with the necessary examples as mentioned on the board. So let's begin. The first rule, or the first place where we omit articles or we do not use article, we eliminate articles. Articles are not utilized, is the proper noun. Yes, when we make use of proper noun, it does not carry an article, with an exception that I had discussed earlier. Mahendra Singh Dhoni leads the Indian cricket team, but I don't say a or an Mahendra Singh Dhoni leads the Indian cricket team. Therefore, the article a and or the is not utilized over here when using proper nouns in a sentence or in the general sense. So, no using the article with proper nouns is the first and foremost rule, or the places where we omit articles. The second important thing is plural nouns. As we learned in the definition, that the articles a and an are used with singular countable nouns, but the article the is used with singular as well as plural nouns. So plural nouns, we do not use the article a and an, but we have a condition to be understood over here. When such nouns denote a class, when such nouns denote a class, where do we omit articles? Well, generally we say in a singular noun, a child, a boy, a man, a woman. But when you are talking about, or when you are referring, when such nouns are referring in the plural forms to denote a class of something, the entire group, then we omit the article. We don't say the children love ice cream, because your children is not referring to just a few handful of children. It is referring to the entire class of children, the entire community, all the children we are talking about. Children love ice cream in general. So the article the is omitted and not written. Birds eat worms. We talk about in general or in a generalized way that birds are in a practice or in a habit of eating worms. The entire class of birds, the entire community of birds, no matter it is what bird. So generally we are talking birds eat worms, and we are not saying an or the birds eat worms. The article the is omitted, is not utilized. Moving ahead, the next rule, an important one, family relations. If you recall the understanding about the punctuation and capitalization in the previous lectures, where we understood that when you use family relations, we capitalize the common noun, that is father, mother and such family words. So when nouns depict family relations with respect to the speaker, the one who was speaking to the speaker, because they are used like proper nouns in such situations. So when you are using those common nouns which are names of family relations like mother, father, brother, sister, naturally they are common nouns. But when you are using as family relations in situations where they are playing the role of a proper noun, in such situations we eliminate and we do not add the article over there. For example, father loves to play cricket. You can see the word father, no doubt is the first word. It's written over here in the sentence. It is capitalized. Even otherwise, if the word father was used as a particular entity or as a proper noun in a sentence, we would have written it capital. Well, the topic is not about capitalization but the omission of the article. We have not written the father loves to play cricket because here father is not considered or taken as a common noun. Perhaps it is taken as a proper noun. So we are eliminating the article over here. We are not using any of the articles a, an or the. We are not saying a father loves to play cricket or the father loves to play cricket because father is taken or considered as a proper noun in this particular situation with regards to family relations. Mother is planning to go to the market. So generally we are saying mother, here we are talking about that particular mother whom we are referring to. So it enacts or plays the role of a proper noun in this situational sentence. Moving ahead with the understanding of the next rule, abstract nouns. When we make use of abstract nouns, we do not use the articles. In this example, you can understand honesty is a great quality, where you will find honesty as the abstract noun and we have not preceded with any of the articles over here a, an or the. We are not saying a honesty or an honesty or the honesty. None of the three articles have been preceded over here with the word honesty, as honesty is an abstract noun. We are talking about an abstract virtue. The fifth place where articles are omitted is the names of games. When you talk about names of games in a sentence, we do not use the article. We don't say we love to play the cricket. No, we are not saying we love to play a cricket, an cricket or even the cricket. So, before names of games, we do not apply the article the. It is an omission rule. We do not apply. It's omitted. Chess is my favorite game, and I don't say the chess, or even I don't say a chess. Well, there is no question about an, but still we don't say a, an or the chess. Yes, when you talk about particularly the game with an exceptional rule over here. When you are talking about something in particular, the chess which I play is my favorite game. The chess that the players play are professionals. So something when you are referring to a particularization or when you make a particularity over there, then you can use the article the over here. But that we will be discussing a little later. Well, these were the 5 rules where articles were omitted. Let us see the next few rules where articles are omitted. So here are the next few rules that we need to learn about the omission of articles. So let us read about them, each one of them, one at a time. The 6th rule, languages or branch of knowledge is one place where articles are omitted. Let us have an understanding with the help of a few examples. I have learned French in New Delhi, but I don't say I have learned the French or I don't use the indefinite article of French. So the bottom line is that we don't use the article with the name of languages as we have understood earlier. I have learned French in New Delhi and I don't say I have learned a French or the French. Well, next example, I like to study science. Science is a branch of knowledge. We know we learn language, we learn science, we learn mathematics. So when you talk about branch of knowledge or a subject, like in this sentence, I like to study science, we don't use the article with the word. Gujarati is my mother tongue. Once again, Gujarati being the name of a language, we are not utilizing the article when you write it in a sentence or when you speak about a language. So the sixth rule, languages or branch of knowledge where articles are omitted. This is one rule or one place where articles are not used. Moving ahead to the next one, number 7, names of meals. When you talk about meals, the different meals of the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even sometimes you say supper or you say high tea. So we do not use the article with the names of meals when you talk about it in sentences. We would like to have the dinner. No, we don't say the dinner. We simply say we would like to have dinner, we would like to have lunch, we would like to have breakfast. So whatever meal of the day you are talking about, it does not carry the article before it. One more example with an interrogative sentence. Who wants to have dinner? A question being asked. But you cannot say who wants to have the dinner. Yes, we have an exception to this rule. It will be learning soon. The next rule where we do not use the article is names of diseases. When you talk about diseases in a sentence, in your speech, in your conversation, you don't make use of the article in the sentence. She was suffering from malaria. Malaria being the name of a disease or any other such diseases that you refer to. We don't make use of the article before it. We never say he or she was suffering from the malaria. No, the malaria cannot be used. Similarly, the first word being the name of the disease, jaundice is a waterborne disease. And I don't say the jaundice. I am not particularizing it. I am simply saying jaundice, which is the name of a disease. Therefore, the rule stands as names of diseases. Do not use the articles. It is omitted with the names of diseases. Let's get on to the next one. Names of days, months, and season. So when you talk about these three things, days, months, and season, we avoid or we do not use the article along with it. It is omitted. Let's see these sentences. Monday is a working day. And I will never say a Monday is a working day or say the Monday is a working day. Well, we are not particularizing it. We are not using the article with the word Monday, which is the day of the week. January in the name of the month. January is the coldest month in Delhi. So January does not have the article before it. It is not used. Yes, when you said coldest, this was the superlative degree of the adjective cold. Well, that's a different topic. But remember, we use the article the. So do not get misguided that we have the over here. No, this is used with the adjective and not the noun. So January is the coldest month in Delhi. Well, moving ahead to the next set of understanding where we do not use the article in headlines, messages, and email. So when you write a headline of a newspaper or when you write a message or when you use email, we do not use the article the to write that particular thing. Let us see in these two examples. New bridge inaugurated by Chief Minister, a caption, a headline of an article in a newspaper. So we are not saying the new bridge inaugurated by the Chief Minister or the new bridge. We are avoiding using any article with the word new bridge because it is just something that is being stated over here as a headline which does not have an article with it. So no headlines, no articles with headlines. When you write headlines, you avoid or you omit articles. Another example, unidentified bag found at the bus stop. A message. Unidentified. It could be a headline, it could be a message somewhere, it could be something stating something, but we don't say an unidentified. Yes, with the word unidentified, you can definitely write if you are writing in the general sense. But if it is a part of the message or an email or a headline, we do not write the article with it. We are not saying an unidentified bag found. It is just something that is being portrayed with a great force, with an emphatic thing, by writing the headline or message. So unidentified bag without the article is written. 11th one, common nouns when they denote institutions in general. Yes, this is something to understand. When you use common nouns which are denoting, which are representing institutions, in a general sense. This will be understood better with the help of the example that I have mentioned. When I was in school, so you are talking about the school, which is a common noun over here, but it is representing something in generalized way. School represents some institution, isn't it? So when I was in school, that particular institution I am talking about, my mother used to be my teacher. So common nouns, when they denote institutions in general, here the word school is denoting some institution, not in a particularized manner. We are not talking of some particular institution, we are talking about general school. So when I was in, and I am not writing a school, the school or an school over here. When I was in school, so simply in school, no a school. My mother used to be my teacher. This was the 11th place or point where we omitted the use of article. The 12th one, well, this is not the last one, there is something more after this, which is just a kind of exception that I need to teach you. But before that, let us get on to the last rule. We do not use articles with these phrases. Well, I need to emphasize on this word, phrases. I am not saying sentences, I am saying phrases. Phrases are a group of words which make some sense but not complete sense. You can see over here the group of words like to take to heart. Well, this is meaning something, isn't it? It has got some meaning. To take to heart. To take it on your heart, it does not mean to keep something on heart. It's a phrase. To take to heart means to feel bad about something. To take to heart, to take interest in, to make use of, from head to toe, sar se paon tak, at first sight, to be at fault, to take part in, to set aside, to take place are some phrases where we do not use the articles. We are not including the article in this usage, neither as a phrase nor if we use it in a sentence. Well, there are some more phrases that I would like to read out to you apart from this. Well, phrases like by plane, by train, in trouble, at times, all day, all night, by air, at hand, by hand, on foot, on duty, by sea, and many more we read from our grammar text. All these phrases do not use the article with them when written in a sentence or when they are utilized for the purpose of writing or speaking. So, we don't make use of the article with these certain phrases. Well, this is not the last thing. There is one more thing that I need to teach you about the omission of articles, which is a matter of exception. So far we learned that we omit articles when we use with plurals. Yes, the previous rules, the 5 set of rules. When you use plural nouns, we do not make use of the articles. When you use abstract nouns, we do not make use of the articles. When we use the names of games, we do not use the article. But yes, we have an exception to this rule where we cannot use the article with plural nouns, abstract nouns and names of games. Let us see an example to understand this better. We can add the article the before Mahendra Singh Dhoni. If we write, see, I am taking a condition. We can add the article the before the proper noun Mahendra Singh Dhoni if we write. Now what is that if we write? Let me read it out to you. This sentence, Shlok is the Mahendra Singh Dhoni of our team. What am I saying? Shlok is the Mahendra Singh Dhoni of our team. And here I am using the article the before the proper noun Mahendra Singh Dhoni because when I say this, here we attach a special meaning to the proper noun which in this case is a captain. Because we know that Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the captain of the Indian cricket team. So, Shlok, who could be the captain of your cricket team in the society or any person who is a captain. So, we are regarding Shlok to be the captain just like Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Therefore, we are using the article the before Mahendra Singh Dhoni, which is a proper noun, despite of the rule what we learned in the first one, that proper nouns do not carry the article before them. So this is the exception to the rule about using or omitting articles with proper nouns. Well, generally we don't use articles with proper noun, but in this case we can use the article the. Next one, similarly, we can add the article the before plural nouns like the children love ice cream. Yes, we just wrote about this sentence a little earlier. Children love ice cream, where the article the was omitted because, as I said, children was representing a class of something. But if you are just talking about a few children, for example, talking about 10 children, 20 children, and you are referring to them, the children love ice cream, because you are here particularizing the thing over here. You are not talking about the whole class of thing. Therefore, you will be able to write the sentence children love ice cream without an article or with an article, taking into consideration what you are trying to convey the idea inside the sentence. Similarly, when you talk about abstract nouns, honesty is the best policy. We are not using the article the or any other indefinite article with it. But yes, if the same virtue or the same abstract noun honesty is used in this kind of a sentence as the honesty of the poor boy helped him to get a job. Here, the honesty is the virtue that is vested inside a poor boy that we are referring to. So we are particularizing the honesty that is hidden or that is vested inside that one boy. We are not generalizing the word honesty, which is abstract noun, with everyone. So in such a case, when you particularize the virtue or the abstract noun associated with the person vested inside it, then definitely you will be able to use the article or the indefinite or definite article, whatever is required. So here in this sentence, as I said, the honesty of the poor boy helped him to get a job is absolutely correct to be written. The next example with the names of games, we can say cricket is a very popular game, but I don't say the cricket is a very popular game. But when I want to particularize the game of cricket, as in this sentence, the cricket that they played was flawless. So the particular game, the cricket that they played, I am talking about particular people over here. The cricket played by those people. Therefore, I have particularized this game, this name of the game. Hence, I will be able to use the article the. The cricket that they played was flawless, means without any errors or mistakes. So, the can be used or the can be added only if it particularizes the nouns, irrespective of it being plural, abstract or names of games. So, this was the exception rule to what we learned in the few past rules. Well, let us now move on to the next important discussion of ours, that is repetition of article. Let us now understand the concept about repetition of articles. What do you mean by repeating articles in a sentence? So let us read it out and understand. Repetition of articles. When articles are repeated in a particular sentence, it indicates something. Now what is this indication? Let us understand better with the help of two examples. Example A. I have a red and pink dress. Now we have used the article only once over here. In this example, I have a red and pink dress, where you will find the word red and pink are two adjectives describing the noun dress. But we have utilized the article only once. In comparison to this sentence, we have a similar sentence, example B, I have a red dress and a pink dress. So what is the difference between it? How should we understand these sentences? What do we need to learn from these sentences? Let us analyze. Analysis. In sentence A single dress is referred to, whereas in sentence B, two dresses, one red and another pink, are indicated. Now, how can we say so? Let us understand. Thus, when two or more adjectives qualify the same noun, so when two or more adjectives are qualifying the same noun as you can see in sentence A, I have a red and pink dress. So red and pink are two adjectives which are qualifying the same object, the same noun, or that is dress. In that case, we use only the article once. Therefore, when two or more adjectives qualify the same noun, the article is used before the first adjective only, as in the example A. So you see, we have used the article only once, that is before the first adjective, and we haven't used it before the second adjective, which is describing the noun over here. So it makes clear that the same thing has got two colors, red and pink. I mean to say I have a red and pink dress means I am not talking, or I am not saying about two dresses. I am talking about just one dress which has got both these virtues, the colors red and pink. Therefore, this gives us an indication when the article is used only once and is used before the first adjective and not the second adjective. This gives the idea that we are talking about one dress and not two dresses. In comparison to the second one, I have a red dress and a pink dress. So, when two or more adjectives qualify different nouns, the article is used before each noun, as an example B. So here we have used the article A before the adjective red and the adjective pink. We have two adjectives over here, a red dress and a pink dress. So before red we have used the article A, and even before pink we have used the article A. So when you use an article before two or more adjectives that qualify nouns, then we can consider that we are talking about two different things, two different dresses and not one dress. So this is the concept about the repetition of articles, which help us to understand what we are referring to, whether it's a single thing or a plural thing. Let us take a few more examples to understand and clear the idea about repetition of articles. Let's take up this sentence as it tells us over here. Shakespeare was a great poet and dramatist. Now what do we mean by saying over here, Shakespeare was a great poet and dramatist? We mean to say the person Shakespeare was having two qualities within him. So we are describing Shakespeare as a great poet and a dramatist. So it is not two people, it is just one person. So Shakespeare was a great poet and we are not saying a dramatist, we are saying just dramatist. We use the article only once, and that too before the first adjective describing Shakespeare. Well, another similar type of a sentence. The board comprises of a great poet and a great dramatist. Using the same qualities, the board means the board of directors or the members of the board. The board comprises, is made up of a great poet and a great dramatist. In this sentence we have used the article not once but twice. So let's understand. The board comprises of what? A great poet, one person, and a great dramatists. We have used the article twice to indicate two different people. So a great poet and a great dramatist has been indicated as two people over here, not as one. So there are two people who are a part of the board having two different qualities. This is not the quality vested inside just one person, as we saw in the previous sentence. Shakespeare was a great poet and dramatist, where two qualities of being a poet as well as a dramatist was the same quality vested inside Shakespeare, but not in this sentence. Well, so in this way, we've understood the use of the repetition of article and what it indicates. Let us move further and put our hands on some important exercises based on the learning of articles and omission of articles. Let us now take up an exercise to understand articles and practice about it. Insert articles wherever necessary and rewrite the sentences. Well, we need to rewrite the sentences after writing the questions. Let us take the first one. Have you told him about accident? Carefully observe the sentence. Have you told him about accident? Well, just reading this sentence, you will feel that the article is missing. Without the article, to say the sentence would be inappropriate. Therefore, let us insert the article in the right place and rewrite the sentence. Have you told him about the accident? Would be the right way of or the correct way of writing. So let us rewrite the sentence. Have you told him about, and then we insert the article the accident, because we will not write an accident over here, although it begins with a vowel, because we are not talking about any accident. We are talking about a particular accident that you saw and you want to report about it. Therefore, the appropriate article is the and not the indefinite article a or an. The next sentence, number 2. Children of village enjoyed game. There are a couple of articles missing, so we need to rectify it and rewrite it. You may have observed by now, children of village enjoyed game. Well, we can start the sentence with the article over here if you want to particularize the children of a particular village. Else, you may avoid writing the article the before the word children if you want to talk about the class of thing or class of children. But here we are talking about a particular village, so we will try and write the article. The children of the village, we are talking about a particular set of children. The children, alternatively, if you do not want to particularize the word children, then you may avoid writing the article the children of the village. Again, we are talking about not any village, therefore we are not writing a village over here, we are writing a particular village, we are particularizing over here. The children of the village enjoyed, what did they enjoy? The game. Not any game, but the game that they were playing. So, we are using the article the with the spelling or the name of the word game. We are not writing the name of any game, but the word game itself. The game which they were playing. Therefore, this stands the correct sentence that we need to write with the insertion of articles. Moving ahead, the third one. Honesty is best policy. A very common proverb. There is nothing to explain about this. You can simply just write it. Honesty is best policy. Incorrect. The correct would be honesty is the best policy. Why? Because we require the article the before the word test. It is a superlative degree. Yes, we are not going to write the article the, or neither we are going to write the article, the indefinite article a or an over here. We are not saying a honesty, an honesty or the honesty, because it is an abstract noun. Yes, if you particularize this noun, then surely you will be able to write as we did in the example sentence. For now, we are not going to write the article before the word honesty. So let us write the answer. Honesty is the best policy or the best policy because the article was required, as best is an adjective in the superlative degree describing the word or the noun policy. Moving ahead, the fourth one. Intelligence of captain helped team to come out victorious. So this is the sentence. Intelligence of captain helped team to come out victorious. Where it contains a number of errors where articles have not been inserted. So let us insert the articles and rewrite the sentence correctly. The intelligence of the captain helped the team to come out victorious. Yes, this is how we are going to write this sentence. We are going to apply the article the before the abstract noun intelligence in this sentence. Why? Because we have particularized the word intelligence, the abstract noun intelligence, which is vested within that captain we are regarding to. Therefore, in this sentence we are going to add the article the. Let us write the corrected answer. The intelligence, we are not talking about anyone's intelligence. We are talking about the intelligence of the captains. The intelligence of the captain helped the team to come out victorious. So be careful when you use articles with abstract nouns. So in the third sentence we did not apply the article the, it was not particularized, but here we have particularized intelligence of the captain. Therefore the intelligence has been written over here. Moving on to the next one, number 5. Mother is waiting for you in library. Let's write the question first. Mother is waiting for you in library. So this also contains some errors, that is errors about articles. Mother is waiting for you in library. Well, it is not a suitable way of writing. You need to insert the articles to make it correct. Mother is waiting for you in the library. We are talking about a particular library that you are referring to. You are pointing out to something and particularizing it. Therefore, in the library and not any library you are talking about. There could be many libraries, but you are talking about a particular place where your mother is waiting for you. Therefore, we will write the sentence, the corrected sentence in this manner. Mother is waiting for you in the library. In order to make the correct sentence. This sentence now stands corrected. The next one, number 6. I find cricket exciting. Let us write it out. I find cricket exciting. Number 6. Read the sentence once, maybe twice, so that you can easily identify whether it stands or whether it has any errors inside it. I find cricket exciting. Do you think there is any error inside it? I find cricket interesting, exciting? No. Well, there is no error at all in this sentence. This sentence stands corrected by itself, where you do not need to insert any article, as the heading says, wherever necessary. So here there is no article required. It is correct by itself. I find cricket exciting. We don't need to apply any article over here, as it's a name of a game. So we don't need to rewrite this. We can simply make sure that it is a corrected sentence. It is already a proper one. Therefore simply tick mark it and acknowledge yourself that it is correct. The next one, number 7. Lion is ferocious animal which lives in dense forest. Lion is ferocious animal which lives in dense forest. Well, let us analyze and find out in case it requires any articles. Well, really it requires a few articles to be correct. Let us rewrite this with proper corrections. Lion is ferocious animal. What do we mean to say? That we're talking about the entire community of lion, not talking about one lion. Therefore, we don't need to insert any article over there. In case we insert, what happens? A lion is ferocious animal. Then it would become one lion, just one lion, and others are not dangerous or ferocious. Well, we don't mean to say that. We mean to say lion referring to the entire community of lions. So the word lion over here is representing the whole class. Therefore, we will be omitting or we will not be writing the article over there. Lion is a ferocious animal. The word ferocious is describing the animal, the noun animal. Therefore, we need to insert the article over here and rewrite the sentence. Let's start writing. Lion is a ferocious animal which lives in the dense forest. The dense forest. So we are describing forest with the adjective dense, and the dense forest will be added over there because we have used the word dense to describe the forest over there. That forests are usually dense. So we are particularizing the dense forest over here. All forests are dense. Lion is a ferocious animal which lives in the dense forest, usually the dense places. Moving ahead to the next one. Rohan is most intelligent boy in class. Let's write the sentence in the first place. Rohan is most intelligent boy in class. And he plans to go to United States of America, and he plans to go to United States of America for higher studies. So, have a careful look at this sentence too. You will definitely find errors inside it. So, we need to rectify it and rewrite it. Rohan is most intelligent. Well, when I say most intelligent, well, the word intelligent is a trisyllabic word, intelligent, a 4-syllable word. So, I can say it's a multisyllabic word. We learned about this earlier. So, when you write multisyllabic words or 4-syllable words, we write most in order to show the superlative degree. So, here most plays the role of superlative degree, and the rule says when you use a superlative degree, article the needs to be applied before it. Therefore, when we rewrite this sentence, we will be writing in this manner: Rohan is the most intelligent boy in class. Now, can I say in class? No, I need to again apply the article in the class. We are talking about the particular class in which he sits, or we are referring to in the class. Therefore, we need to apply, and he plans to go to where? United States of America. Well, when we write names of countries having common nouns inside it, we learned in the rule section, we apply the article the United States of America for higher studies. So in this manner we have rewritten the given sentence with the necessary insertion of articles to make the sentence stand correct. The next sentence: harder we work, luckier we get. Well, so when we use a statement of this type, where we are using the adjective to describe things, in this manner we will have to use the articles over here. The harder we work, the luckier we get. We learned about this earlier too. The more one gets, the more one wants. A similar one. So let's write the corrected one. The harder we work, the luckier we get. So we are here raising the level of two things, because proportionately increasing, therefore we require the articles over here. Next one, early breakfast will be served because all have to leave for the work. Let us see in this one. Early breakfast will be served because all have to leave for the work. Well, if you carefully observe this sentence, you will get to know that this does not require to insert an article. Perhaps we need to omit the article required over here. Early breakfast will be served because all have to leave for work and not for the work. So let us eliminate the article the, which is not required, and make the sentence correct by itself. Early breakfast will be served because all have to leave for work. This makes the sentence correct. So I hope these 10 sentences help you to understand the insertion of articles wherever required. Let us take up another exercise about the similar thing, where we have to rewrite the sentence with incorrect articles used and rewrite them. Let us now practice an exercise with these 12 sentences in which we have to correct the sentence and rewrite them. French is the easy language, where you find the article the incorrectly written over here. French is an easy language would be the correct way of writing, because we are describing the word language, the noun language, with the adjective easy, which begins with the vowel E. The vowel letter E and the sound vowel inside. So French is an easy language, and we won't say French is the easy language. Okay. Moving ahead to the next one. We will be writing how blue a sky looks. Is that correct to say how blue a sky looks? Well, you're talking about a particular thing, that is sky. One of its kind, a unique thing. We learned this rule in the rule section. How blue the sky looks and not a sky looks. Hence, we need to rectify it into the definite article and not the indefinite article. Third one. You are the wise to say that. Is that sentence correct? You are the wise. We are using the article the along with an abstract noun wise over here. You are wise to say that. We don't need the article the over here. It is completely an incorrect insertion over here. So let us omit the article. So we are omitting the article. We are not replacing it with another article. We are omitting the article, which is not required. Fourth one. Jane had two dresses, red and green one. Yes, we learned about this rule as well when we learned about the repetition of articles. Jane had two dresses. So we are talking about not one but two, and one of each color, red and green. So we actually need to insert the article over here and write a red and a green one. So both the places articles are missing, hence the insertion is very, very important. Jane had two dresses, a red and a green one. Next one, number 5. I am the Indian at heart. Yes, you all are Indian at heart, but the way of writing the sentence is incorrect. I am the Indian. Well, Indian is a proper adjective. It is not a common noun. It is not a common noun word. So we cannot use the article the over here. It is incorrect to use. Hence, the elimination is required. We need to drop it out and replace it with a suitable article, that is an indefinite article. I am an Indian at heart. Where the word Indian, the proper adjective started with the letter I, which is a vowel having a vowel sound. Indian. I am an Indian at heart. Well, we use the article the with names of countries, but as explained earlier, when the name of a country contains a set of common nouns. My favorite flower is an rose. Well, observe and here to say so. My favorite flower is a rose and not an rose. I will say a rose. Rose begins with a consonant letter and a consonant sound, and it is again singular in this sentence. So I need to write a rose and not an rose. It is incorrect to write an over here. Moving ahead to the next one, number 7. I want to enroll in an university in US. I want to enroll in an university. Well, university starts with the letter U. It's definitely a vowel, but the sound being produced over there is a consonant, as explained earlier. When writing the word university, you make sound produced over here is Y-O-U. It's a consonant sound being produced. Hence, we cannot write and we have to replace it with the article A. I want to enroll in a university in where US. US is the abbreviation starting with the letter U. Therefore, we are talking about a particular university. Hence, we need to insert the required article, that is the definite article the. I want to enroll in a university in where, in a particular place in the US. In the US and not an US or a US. The US. So I hope the sentence stands corrected now. Moving ahead to the other side of the board, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Few more. The committee has 2 members, doctor and engineer. See, in the sentence we are talking about 2 people, doctor and engineer, but no article has been used over here. Therefore, it is necessary to insert articles. The committee has 2 members. Who are those? Each one of them is a doctor and an engineer, because the word engineer begins with the vowel E, the vowel letter E. So, respectively, A and an needs to be applied over there in order to make it correct. The 9th one, we have an hour left to complete our work. No, we don't say an hour, as explained earlier. The word hour is pronounced with the vowel sound and not H being produced or pronounced over there. It is a silent letter. Therefore, we will take the word an over here, the article an, to make it stand correct. We have an hour left to complete our work instead of A. 10th one, the honesty is a great virtue. Well, honesty, as we earlier learned, is an abstract noun, an abstract virtue. We do not require the article the over here. The honesty is a great virtue. We will simply say that honesty is a great virtue. We are not talking about someone's particular honesty vested inside someone, as we saw in the earlier sentences. So, we simply need to eliminate the article and make it correct by capitalizing the first letter over here. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is a great virtue. So, 2 sentences of the similar category. 11th one, and sincerity is always appreciated. Well, again, the word sincerity refers to an abstract noun. Sincerity, when used like this in a sentence where we are not particularizing, we don't need any article. Simply we will write sincerity is always appreciated with the S capitalized now. Finally, the last sentence, 12th one, she has the interest in singing. Well, we do not need to write the article the with the word interest. We can simply write she has an interest in singing, or simply eliminate it and write it over here. She has an interest in singing, or she has an interest for singing. Whatever the sentence needs to be written. She has an interest in singing, where the article the is incorrectly used. So we have replaced it with the right indefinite article. So these were the 12 sentences in which we corrected and rewrote the sentence in its proper way. I hope the explanation and the exercise must have now helped you to revise this chapter in the complete understanding. See you soon in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Goodbye.